shot in 4K ultra high definition. Your number one source for local news. WRAL News. Coverage you can count on.
Tracking tariffs, the April jobs report will release today, giving us our first hard data on the impact tariffs are having on the U.S. economy.
Teacher of the Year, a celebration in Wake County will recognize some of the best in our area, the teachers being honored today.
And we have a WRAL weather alert day, both weekend days. I'll walk you through our chances for rain and talk about our storm potential.
Yes, both days will be WRAL weather alert days as we approach the weekend on this Friday. We're glad you're joining us. A lot to tell you about. I'm Renee Chu.
And I'm Jeff Hogan. Yeah, happy Friday as we get rolling here 4:30, and it has that summer feel with all the humidity this week and everything
muggy.
else, right? And so the storms pop up right on schedule, right? But it's only early May. Elizabeth Gardner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center right now with alert day ahead.
This is definitely a summer-like pattern. It's been hot the last couple of days, and then we're going to get into the afternoon and evening thunderstorms. So Saturday evening, and then pretty much on and off all day Sunday. Sunday looks like the wetter day. Damaging winds will be our biggest threat, but with this amount of rain, it's possible that we would see a little bit of flooding. Isolated tornadoes not out of the question, and it does cover all of our viewing area. We take a look at what's happening right now. Today's going to be on the quieter side. We have a front up to the north and up to the northeast, and we're actually starting with a little bit of sunshine this morning once the sun comes up. We get into a chance of showers and thunderstorms just around or just before the evening commute, but those should be fairly isolated. We take a look at Durham right now. It is 70 degrees, but our dew point is feeling comfortable, and the dew point's in the 50s. It's really not bad out there. 67 Fayetteville, 66 in Rocky Mount, as well as Goldsboro and Roxborough. Temperatures will be hot again today, almost 90 degrees. I'm going to take you hour by hour through both weekend days, and we'll talk about those storm potential.
All right, thanks, Elizabeth. New this morning, no one is hurt after a fire in Raleigh's Mission Valley Plaza. This was around midnight. Crews were able to quickly put out that fire at the plaza near Western Boulevard and Avent Ferry Road. The WRAL Breaking News Tracker was there as fire crews cleared that scene. We were working to learn the cause and how much damage there is there.
That's just right around the corner from our station. Breaking news out of Harnett County. The morning around 2 o'clock, troopers confirmed 2 people are dead and 2 teens are in critical condition after a crash. It happened last night on NC 210 east of Anger. Troopers say a driver tried to make a pass in a no passing zone, hitting an SUV head on. 2 adults in the car died. The driver has serious injuries. 2 15-year-olds are in critical condition. A third car was also involved. That driver is expected to live.
Today, we'll get a look at the first hard data on whether President Trump's tariffs are having an impact on the U.S. economy. WRAL's Monica Casey joins us live this morning. That April jobs report is due out, Monica, in just a few hours.
Jeff, that's right. And experts tell me that report that we're expecting at 8:30 is going to be a good read on how the Trump administration's policies are impacting the economy. The number of jobs created and the unemployment rate are early indicators of what other economic reports may tell us. I spoke with UNC chief economist Gerald Cohen about this report, and he says right now these policies may be creating some uncertainty in the economy, not only the tariffs, but the back and forth on them. Cohen emphasizes it will be important to dig into the details of what this report says.
One number does not make a trend. So even if we got one weak number, I would not, pull the ripcord and say we're at a recession.
Cohen tells me he does have some concerns about what all of this means for the Triangle because this area benefits from federal funding for research driving some of the jobs here. For example, we have already seen a hiring freeze in place at NC State. Live in Raleigh, Monica Casey, WRAL News.
More possible funding for North Carolina schools. Today, Governor Josh Stein and Superintendent Mo Green will visit Hillcrest Elementary School in Burlington. They will talk about a budget proposal to strengthen schools. It includes a $4 billion school bond to address aging school buildings and facilities.
A family in Harnett County is feeling relief this morning after their 2-year-old daughter was found safe nearly a quarter mile away from home. Good Samaritans spotted the toddler on the side of Denham Drive, a busy road that connects Dunn to Irwin. The child's father says she slipped out of the house around 6 a.m. when he fell asleep after working an overnight shift.
I'm just thankful that she's all right, and whoever found her, and took her to the police. I truly appreciate that from the bottom of my heart.
The police went door to door to reunite the child with her parents for nearly 4 hours. And they say they are thankful she wasn't hurt while walking along that busy road in the dark.
Tickets go on sale today for round 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. The Carolina Hurricanes will face the Washington Capitals. The Caps have home ice advantage for this series. Game 3 will take place at Lenovo Center. The schedule hasn't been released. Tickets go on sale to the general public today at noon. Season ticket holders can get theirs right now.
Covering Wake County this morning at Kingswood Magnet Elementary School, a celebration will honor the county's Teacher of the Year. Macy Brinson received that honor at a banquet last night. She's a phys ed teacher at Kingswood, and Brinson says she was inspired by her mother to become a teacher. She says she couldn't be happier to make her mother proud.
I wanted to be a teacher so that I could make a direct impact every day. So to receive it is a huge honor, and it feels like I really am making that impact. Just being around kids, I think, influenced me to use sports and my passions to put it all together and be an educator.
A ceremony to honor Brinson at Kingswood is happening at 8:30 this morning.
Congratulations. Yeah. Take a look at this. Strong storms in Cleveland, Ohio caused a tree to fall onto a home. When firefighters got to the scene yesterday afternoon, they found a large tree right on top of the house. Thankfully, no one was home at the time. The roof has damage, windows are busted out. A neighbor's car was also damaged by some of the branches.
Authorities are looking for an escaped inmate this morning. Officers say Francisco Cardenas escaped yesterday from Hyde Correctional Center in Swan Quarter. They say he's about 130 pounds, 6'1". He also has a tattoo of a star on his left hand. Cardenas was convicted in Lee County for drug trafficking. If you see him, you're asked to call police or the Hyde Correctional Center.
The Pentagon is expanding its investigation into Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth to include another signal chat. A Pentagon watchdog says that chat, reported last month, included Hegseth's wife, lawyer, and brother. An investigation into Hegseth's use of signal to discuss military strikes in Yemen began last month. A U.S. official says investigators are also looking into how that information was transferred from his secure communication system to Signal. Hegseth and a Pentagon spokesman have denied any classified information was shared.
President Trump offered words of encouragement during his commencement speech at the University of Alabama. He spoke to more than 6,000 graduates last night. The president weaved in politics throughout his message. He told the graduates they have the opportunity to be the greatest generation in the history of our country.
Like many generations before you, you're graduating at an exciting time for our nation, a period of both extraordinary change and incredible potential and what will be unbelievable growth.
President Trump is expected to deliver the commencement address at West Point later this month.
Tomorrow, people in the Triangle will team up in the fight against breast cancer. The 11th annual Triangle Race for the Cure is happening tomorrow at Boxyard at Research Triangle Park. Things will kick off at 8:30 with an opening ceremony and the Parade of Hope. Then the race begins at 9 a.m. As of this morning, more than $335,000 have been raised so far for breast cancer research and care.
You want to watch where you walk. As temperatures heat up, snakes are making more of an appearance on trails and greenways. The warning from wildlife experts and precautions you can take.
Trail closures after decades at Lake Crabtree. Some popular trails are going away. Your last chance to get out and enjoy before they're gone.
And we'll give you a live look right here in Goldsboro. Good morning to you. It is a warm start once again today. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner times out the possibility for storms in the weekend days ahead.
From the WRAL Severe Weather Center, North Carolina's most experienced team of meteorologists.
It is 4:42. It's a nice quiet start this morning, and we do have some rain in the forecast pretty late, right around the time of the evening commute. It looks pretty isolated, but then those chances really start to go up a little bit later in the weekend, especially on Sunday. Right now, temperatures are in the mid-60s to around 70, so it's warm, and it's a little on the muggy side, but it's really not bad out there. 66 Holly Springs, 68 in Garner, and 67 degrees in Cary. Headed out the door door for exercise. Again, pretty comfortable out there, upper 60s to around 70. And we're hitting almost 90 for this afternoon. It'll feel similar to yesterday. It does look like an interesting weekend. We do have a WRAL weather alert day for Saturday and Sunday. So coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to walk through Futurecast for the entire weekend so that you can plan around those chances for storms.
43 here in the WRAL Life Center. Good morning. I'm Chris Lovingood, showing you some video that came across the feed of Vatican firefighters installing the chimney on the roof of the Sistine Chapel. And this will be, of course, where the smoke will come out to indicate if there is or is not a new pope elected. Now, as you recall, if there's black smoke that comes out, that means that, well, there's no new pope elected. But if it's white, then that means that a new pope has been chosen. Conclave begins on May 7th, so we'll be watching very closely to see what comes of that. The last time that we saw this process was 12 years ago when Pope Francis was elected.
We now know the name of the fan who fell from the stands at a Pittsburgh Pirates game. Such a scary incident. Authorities say he's 21-year-old Kevin Markwood. Markwood is in critical condition right now. He fractured his skull after falling 21 feet over that wall at PNC Park Wednesday. Those who know him say he was a standout high school football player. He graduated in 2022. Law enforcement is investigating the fall as an accident.
A Freedom Flotilla coalition in Gaza says one of its ships off the coast of Malta has been hit by drones. The coalition has been campaigning to end Israel's blockade of Gaza. They tell CNN 30 people were on board the ship when the strike happened. They sent out an SOS signal to surrounding countries. They say a small boat has been sent for a rescue operation. They've been in contact with crew members on the ship.
Lawyers for accused killer Luigi Mangione asked the court to dismiss the New York murder case against him or delay it. They say that's because Mangione is also fighting federal murder charges. His lawyers say the concurrent federal prosecution violates Mangione's rights. The federal government has said it will seek the death penalty against him. State prosecutors plan to seek life in prison if he's convicted. The 26-year-old is accused of killing the CEO of United Healthcare on a New York City street last December. He's pleaded not guilty.
UNC head football coach Bill Belichick will continue his book tour despite fallout over a recent interview. Belichick has a public appearance scheduled for Tuesday in New York to promote his new book, The Art of Winning: Lessons from My Life in Football. The book is being released the same day. The Central Intercollegiate Athletic Association Track and Field Championships kick off today in Durham. The two-day competition is happening at Durham County Memorial Stadium. Gates open this morning at 8. Events will kick off at 9.
After 3 decades, Lake Crabtree County Park will close some of its trails. This comes just before the park's lease with the Airport Authority ends. June 1st will be the last day those trails are open.
If you visited parks or trails to enjoy the warm weather recently, watch your feet. Biologists say higher temperatures could mean more snake sightings. WRAL's Flynn Snyder has the warnings from experts and the type of snake to look out for.
Well, 60 degrees, anything above that, and biologists say snake activity is likely to rise. And with record warmer temps recently in parts of the Triangle, it may be time to watch where you step.
Hiker and Arizona native Joe Bronstein is among the many along Raleigh's trails now on the lookout for snakes.
First I was thinking I didn't know there were snakes in North Carolina.
With warmer temperatures, researchers note sightings could go up. It's something Bronstein says he's experienced recently.
With my apartment complex sending out some warnings and stuff about it, I've been extra vigilant. They said that some people walking their dogs around the property had seen some copperhead snakes.
With more snake activity, researchers say it could lead to more snake bites. In 2024, the NC Wildlife Resources Commission reported that 90% of venomous snake bites across the state each year are caused by copperheads.
When it's warm enough outside, they wake up and they become active.
Biologist Fallon Owens says despite the number of snake species in North Carolina, native snakes do not attack unless to defend themselves.
In an area like Raleigh, really the copperhead is the only venomous species that people are likely to come across. And really all the other snake species that people are going to find are going to be non-venomous and harmless to humans.
Still, as posts of local snake sightings flood social media, Bronstein says he'll add watching where he steps to his walking routine.
Definitely trying to be cautious so I don't get bit or anything.
A practice others say they will follow as snake season continues. Flynn Snyder, WRAL News, Raleigh.
Well, that is some sight there, the snakes, and they're camouflaged so well. There's a fundraising gala that was raising money to help teens in foster care held in Raleigh. The Raising Hope Gala was held at Women's Club of Raleigh last night. Elizabeth Gardner there is the MC. The Hope Center at Pullen helps teens transition from foster care to adulthood, and they help out with housing, jobs, and education to support them. Good gathering there. Elizabeth moonlighting, working late last night.
Yeah, it was a late night, but it was a great night. The Hope Center does such important work for kids who are in, or adults who are moving out of foster care into the real world. A lot of those kids don't have any support, and so the Hope Center works really hard to find them a place to live and some education and get them out into the world. So it's a wonderful event. I'm always honored to be a part of it. We do have weekend plans that could be affected by weather. We do have 2 weather alert days, Saturday and Sunday. I'll tell you, this is a little piece of good news. The models for Saturday are trending a little bit drier, so that's wonderful. There's a very tiny chance of a shower in the morning, and then the best storm chances would be pretty late in the day. I'm going to walk you through that. And Sunday by far looks like the wetter day. So if you had something to do outside, definitely Saturday looks like a better day to get out and do it. So keep that in mind. We'll roll through and take a look at the big picture right now. We have the potential for a few isolated showers and thunderstorms starting around the evening commute tonight. So we'll kick off here with Friday, with today, and notice we're pretty clear all the way through lunchtime, and then the clouds begin to roll in. We'll pause it right here at 5 o'clock. Isolated cells start to pop up. I mean, nothing widespread there at 5 o'clock, and the same thing at 7. I mean, just a handful of cells pop up over us. And then here's midnight. Notice that first thing in the morning Saturday. So at 6 a.m., there could be just a sprinkle or two, nothing much out there. And then here's lunchtime Saturday, we're looking at mostly cloudy skies. At 4 or 5 o'clock, we begin to see some storms develop, but then they just kind of move to the north and away from us. And so there we are in the evening, all the way up until 6 a.m. on Sunday with very little rain. So that's great news for Saturday plans. Keep checking back if you do have Saturday plans. Check in again this evening and first thing tomorrow morning. But look at this. By the afternoon on Sunday, we're definitely looking at a good chance for storms. Now, the Storm Prediction Center still does have us in a level 1 risk for Saturday. That's interesting. We'll see if maybe they end up deciding to drop that. Our temperature right now heading out the door is 70 degrees, at least in the Triangle, and we're looking at mid-60s to around 70 as you're traveling around the area. Around town this afternoon, almost as hot as yesterday, looking at 89 to 90 degrees. We could continue to see showers and thunderstorms lingering into Monday. Coming up, we're going to talk about how much rain we could see for the weekend.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Serving success, a professional table tennis team from Raleigh takes home the championship. We'll hear from the league MVP about the sport's growth here in the Triangle.
Extended run. After the unexpected success of Sinners, the movie is expanding on the big screen. What you can expect for the start of May in theaters.
.454, beautiful look in downtown Raleigh right now. Construction, as always, underway right there. Among the movies opening this weekend is one of the most talked about films of the past few years.
David Daniel has that and more in today's Hollywood Minute.
Some things in this life you can't get back, I reckon.
The Alec Baldwin Western Rust has finally been released, more than 3 years after its cinematographer, Helena Hutchins, was killed in an accident on the set when a live round discharged from the prop gun Baldwin was holding. The film's armorer was convicted of involuntary manslaughter, but a judge tossed the case against Baldwin over an evidence dispute. Rust is now in theaters and on video on demand. Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis fizzled in theaters, but the story continues in 2 dimensions. Megalopolis, an original graphic novel from Abrams Comic Arts, expands on the world of the movie. In a press release, Coppola calls it a sibling of the film rather than just an echo. It's due out this fall.
What the hell going on? Oh, we heard tale of a party.
The party continues for Sinners. Ryan Coogler's box office blockbuster is no longer playing in IMAX, but Warner Brothers, citing overwhelming popular and critical response, is re-releasing it in 9 North American IMAX 70mm theaters May 15th through the 21st. You can see if one of those theaters is near you at imax.com/sinners. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
A lesser-known sport is bringing big talent to the Triangle.
And this is the Carolina Gold Rush. They play ping pong in Major League Table Tennis, and this year they won the championship, helping lead the team to victory. Enzo Angles, an MVP of the entire league. Angles spoke with WRAL about the exciting growth of the sport in our community.
The new people that come to watch the games, they were like, oh my God, I was totally not expecting to watch this and this thing to be that fun.
Oh yeah, Table Tennis League continues to grow. They added 2 new teams this year. It's the off season now, but you can cheer for the Gold Rush when play returns in September.
So dynamic. It's like, how'd they get that?
We had to give that a go. Right? I mean, we can't hang with them, but you can have a good time. I mean, that's a sport anybody can play, right?
It does. It's super fun. Shared on social media, hundreds of middle school students exposed to inappropriate images online. The response from Wake County Public Schools.
Cutting costs. Uncertainty over federal funding leads Duke University to slash its budget. What'll be eliminated to reduce spending by around 10%.
And pick your rider. The Kentucky Derby returns to WRAL this weekend. The high-profile horse race running tomorrow.